Today's topic: have passion for what you're doing. Hi, I'm Doug Holt, author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we give you a tip, trick, or insight to help you up-level what we call the 5 to Thrive. That is your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and yes, your business. Today, I had a first coaching session with a new client of mine. Always one of my favorite sessions to have because I get to deep dive into their lives and into their dreams and unpack what their dreams really and truly are. And sometimes it's easy and fun and cheerful. And sometimes it's like pulling stuff out of somebody and it can be a little difficult. Have you ever had that experience before? I'm sure you have. Well, with this particular client, he didn't know really where he wanted to go. We started actually laying out his goals in his 5 to Thrive, in his mind, in his body, in his soul, in his relationships, in his business. And the problem was he just didn't know what he wanted. And so I asked him a question. I'm going to ask you the same question if you think about what you want in your 5 to Thrive. What do you want in the next 5 or 2 years or 90 days? Now, if you're not sure, that's okay. But that's like me coming up to your house, telling you to get in the car, and we're going on a trip. We're going on a journey together. We're going on a trip. And I turn to you and say, give me directions. And then you're going to hear crickets, right? How can you give me directions if you don't know where we're going? Well, it's the same thing with me as a coach. With me being a coach for high-level business owners and entrepreneurs, if they don't have direction, it's impossible for me to help them get there. Now, obviously, during this session, that's what we covered. And we spent 90 minutes unpacking that. Now, during that conversation, what also came up were a bunch of shoulds. See, this person, an amazing man, he actually had a whole list of things he should be doing in each category. And when I would ask him about certain levels, especially the first initial level of the conversation, it would have been something like this. I think I should be finishing this course. So I'll put that from my mind. And then, maybe I'll just keep going for body. Well, what? This is your life. You should be impactful with these things that you're going. If you want to finish a course, you should love it. Now, there's certain times we all have to do certain things, right? So let's say for me, if you never ran a digital marketing agency before, and now I run 2, but there was a time I didn't know. And, it was exciting, but learning how to code wasn't what I wanted to do, but that's what I needed to do to get where I wanted to go, right? And so I was able to find some passion within that. But most of what I was doing, I was loving. I was absolutely excited about, and I still am today. And you should be too. And so what I told him was, you got to play with this. It's your life. And if you think you should finish a course, but you don't have an outcome for why, then get rid of it. Get rid of it completely. Your time is more precious. Go do something fun and find areas of growth that allow you to have the life that you've always dreamed of. Areas of growth that excite you. Don't get caught up in the shoulds, right? We all do it, but I want you to pull you out of it quicker, right? I want you to be pulled out of that muck. Do you think that you should be in a specific type of relationship? Do you think you should be dating? Do you think life should look a certain way? Well, I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to. And if you do have these goals and these aspirations as you're going on your author of your own story journey, you have goals, you have dreams, and let's say you're listening to me and you're doing the work, and I applaud you for that if you are, then one thing when you're actually listing out your goals and aspirations in your 5 categories of your 5 to Thrive, they should excite you. There are seasons when you're just going to do some work, and that's okay too if it's getting you to where you want to go. But for the most part, and I'm going to say 90%, you should be excited about what those goals and aspirations are leading you to. Where are they pulling you to? There's a difference between being pulled towards your dreams than being actually pushed or having to push to get them. We don't want to do that. As people that were living the author of your own story lifestyle, we deserve a lot more, and you deserve a lot more. So what I want you to do is grab your journal again. Write out your 5 to Thrive, right? Your mind, your body, your soul, your relationships, and your business. And then what I want you to do is look at that and look at your goals. Write down what your goals are for the next 90 days within each of those categories. Now, when you look at that goal, does it excite you? Does the idea of accomplishing that excite you? And does it get you a step closer to being the man or woman that you want to be 5 years from now? If the answer to those questions are no, then you need to scrape it out, start from scratch, and come up with something that does inspire you. Look, the world is full of people going through their days like drones, sitting in front of the TV, sitting in front of the computer, and just really not living life and getting out and enjoying all life has to offer. That's just not acceptable. I need you to be different. I need more people like you out there. I have a 9-month-old son, and I really do this because I want the world to be a better place. And I truly believe that doing stuff with passion, following your own dreams, that's how we actually improve the world. When people are following their dreams and they're passionate, they're not fighting, they're not stealing, they're living with integrity. They're really going out there and living with zest for life. And when somebody's like that, you just want to be around them, right? You want to grab them and hold on to that energy and spend time with them. And I want that for you. I really do. So do the exercise, please. Do the work. And if you're listening to these on a regular basis or watching me on your screen, then I implore you to not only do the work, but share this with at least 3 people. Share this with 3 people right here, right now, to grow your tribe. So you have more people that are inspired and taking action to keep you accountable, but also keep you in the conversation. That's it for me today. Go over to authorofyourownstory.com to get the latest tips, tricks, and techniques, and make sure you get into the Author of Your Own Story University right away. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow, and go out and inspire someone by being the author of your own story. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Growth Hacks. Please put your comments right down below, and remember to click subscribe. This way we can ensure that we're delivering these daily growth hacks right to you each and every day. On behalf of the whole team here, remember, go out and be the author of your own story.